Out of every LEGO Star Wars army I have, my Imperial army is actually the smallest. So over the next 7 days, I'm going to be doing everything I can to grow it in both size and variety. Let's not waste any time here and get straight into day one. My wife Charity joined me for day one, and we started things off by heading to our local bricks and minifigs. I checked out the fig case to see what their selection looked like and bought a few things. I also grabbed a few built sets that we'll check out once we get back home. And since they had them, I grabbed 2 snowtrooper battle packs because I want to make sure that I have enough to fill my UCS AT-AT someday. Next we headed over to Costco. They had a few good deals, but nothing Imperial that I wanted to buy. I was tempted to buy this pinball machine, but I decided that we should probably keep moving on to the next place after Charity got this rather large plant that we now had to fit in our car. We hit up Target to see what they had in stock, and I grabbed a couple base plates for the army. After Target, we went to Meijer. There wasn't anything on sale here, but I was able to grab the remaining base plates I needed, and we headed back to the house. Once we got home, I assembled the 2 pre-owned sets that I bought and checked them out to make sure everything was looking good. The first set I got was the Imperial V-Wing, which came complete with the V-Wing pilot and an astromech droid. The other ship I got was a TIE Fighter. I've been wanting one of these specific models for a while, so I was excited that they had it in stock at Bricks and Minifigs. As far as loose minifigures go, I picked up this Shadow Trooper and an Imperial officer. Next, I moved on to opening up the 2 snowtrooper battle packs so I could pull the figs out. I really like the snowtroopers in these battle packs, and I think the scout troopers look great as well. I might just need to break out the rest of my snowtrooper battle packs from storage for this video. I got everything lined up on a base plate, and this is where we stand at the end of day 1. Not too bad for a first day, but we still got a lot of work to do. To kick off day 2, I had a couple packages to get into that I was pretty excited about. The first one was a bunch of scout troopers that I ordered off of Bricklink. I got them all assembled pretty quickly. I love the look of these scout troopers. Probably one of the best looking figures made in recent years if you ask me. I ordered a few ground troopers a while ago, and I've been waiting for an opportunity to use them. These look super clean, and they're going to be perfect for an Imperial base build someday. I also picked up a few stormtrooper mechs, so I decided to start working my way into those by building 2 of them. I like the white hips on these newer stormtroopers. It's not a huge difference from the recent ones, but I'm definitely a fan. Getting all these figures added onto the base plate was super satisfying, and I feel like I'm in a good place at the end of day 2. Day 3 started out with a 1-hour drive to the Bricks and Minifigs in a neighboring city so I could check out what they had in stock. They had quite a few decent options at their store, so I picked a few things up and I headed back home. I was pretty excited with my purchase of this TIE Striker from the Bricks and Minifigs in Kalamazoo. I loved this ship in Rogue One, and it is way bigger than I expected it to be in person. The ship came complete with minifigs, which on the Imperial side included this Imperial ground crew figure, a pilot for the ship, and this shore trooper captain, which I love the look of. I would like LEGO to make these figures again sometime because they have such a cool design. I also picked up this Rebel Stormtrooper, a Shadow Stormtrooper, an Imperial officer in this dark tan outfit, and one more in a standard outfit as well. Today's pickups really help out with diversifying the army because I don't have a lot of these figures, so I feel like things are moving along pretty well. I made a quick stop by my local Bricks and Minifigs again to see if they had anything new in stock. To my surprise, they actually had the TIE Advanced prototype complete with its figures. This is a cool looking ship, but I'm most excited about the Grand Inquisitor minifigure that comes with it. The helmet looks great, and I'm happy to finally add this guy to my collection. I also got this TIE pilot, another Imperial officer, and this Death Trooper, which I wish was still in production because these guys are not cheap anymore. Now it's time to do something that I've been waiting almost a year for. I got this UCS AT-AT for my birthday last year, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to build it. I got started with the build, and as I was going, I started to realize just how large this thing was going to be. I made it through bag 4 and ended up getting to this point. I got all my figures from today added to the base plate, and that's it for day 4. I spent all the free time I had on day 5 just working on the UCS AT-AT. I've seen it in person before, but I think when you start building something like this, it really takes your understanding to another level. This model is gigantic. I managed to finish the legs and move on to the main body of the model, which was nice because the legs were a little bit repetitive to build. I was able to add 3 more figures to the army since some of the bags from today came with minifigures. I got 2 more standard snowtroopers, and I also got this snowtrooper captain, which looks basically the same as the other minifigures apart from the rank badge on his chest. This is as far as I got on the AT-AT today. Some good progress, but I definitely have a lot more building to get done. I started off by continuing my work on the AT-AT. I got the interior finished off, which was nicely detailed, and I attached the body to the legs, and then I decided to give myself a bit of a break from the AT-AT. I picked up this TIE Interceptor set when it came out, and I've been waiting to build it. It was nice to switch things up after so many hours of working on the same thing. I have to say that this model looks awesome. I'm very happy with the design, and I really like the scale of this ship too. This set came with a pilot and an astromech droid, which will make great additions to the army. I've got a lot to do today, so I enlisted some help. We got started with opening 8 snowtrooper battle packs and pulling all the figures out of them for the army. Thankfully, the package from Tommy C. Bricks arrived in time. He sent me 50 of the new stormtrooper paper bags, and I couldn't be more grateful. Make sure you guys go check out his channel and give him a sub because he makes some awesome videos. I also got another package with 10 dark troopers in it, which will be a great way to boost the numbers in the army. I had 4 more mechs that I picked up, so we worked on getting those built real quick, and then I moved back to finishing up the UCS AT-AT. I have to say that this build took me quite a bit longer than I initially anticipated it would, but this is totally worth it. The amount of detail included is pretty insane, and the final model looks amazing. I'm so glad that I was finally able to build this, and I can't wait to make a custom shelf display for this build so I can keep it in the background of every video I make going forward. For a few final additions to the army, I built 2 of these snowspeeders as part of the UCS AT-AT. It also came with General Veers and 2 of these drivers, which look great. Now that the challenge is over, it's time to get the full army set up and add in all of my existing figures to see what kind of progress has been made. This is always my favorite part of making these videos, so let's check it out. I split the army into 3 main sections. Starting on the left here, we have all of the Rogue One related figures along with Rebels and Star Wars TV show related things. Leading the army is Thrawn with Krennic and the Grand Inquisitor by his side. On the left, we have the Dark Tan Imperial officers, the Imperial ground crew, a hover tank pilot, various TIE pilots, and the V-Wing pilot. In the middle, we have a Death Trooper commander leading a squad of Death Troopers, followed by some Shore Troopers. On the right is the 5th brother, the old Grand Inquisitor, Reva, and behind them are the Dark Troopers. In the back section, we have various Imperial droids, and behind them is a squad of Scout Troopers with a Gonk droid. The ships represented here are the Inquisitor's Transport Scythe, TIE Interceptor, TIE Striker, Imperial V-Wing, TIE Advanced Prototype, and an Imperial hover tank. In the middle of the army, we have the Hoth section. There are a few generals leading this segment of the army along with some drivers. All of the Hoth scout troopers are on the left-hand side, and the rest of the figures here are snow troopers. Behind the figures, there are 2 snow speeders, a probe droid, AT-ST, and the UCS AT-AT. On the right-hand side of the army, I have all of the stormtroopers. They're being led by Vader and Palpatine. On the left, we have some of the higher-ranking Imperial officers, and to their right are some more officers and a couple of gunners. Behind Vader and Palpatine are a few Shadow Troopers and some more Stormtrooper variants, including a Shock Trooper, Mimban Trooper, Mortar Trooper, and some Imperial Patrol Troopers. These are all surrounded by a number of standard Stormtroopers. Behind this section of the army are the Stormtrooper mechs. I also have a TIE Bomber, Imperial Shuttle, which I would love to have in minifigure scale someday, and 2 TIE Fighters. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out my Clone Army Challenge here. Or, if you like droids, you can check out my droid army over here. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.